Apologies for that. Had some technical difficulties. Indeed, take two. But hey, we'll be starting in around 5 minutes. This is going to be a quicker stream because we did do a daily video prior to this where I did give you guys my thoughts on Bitcoin. But we can go ahead and also have a relaxed conversation this beautiful afternoon. Florian is in here. How's it going, Florian? It's been so while. We have Florian and Julian, Mock Old Man, the two Mango Knights in here with us as well. Excited to start today in about 5 minutes though. Let me just go ahead and adjust everything in the meantime. All right, let's get this show started. And here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter and welcome you back to the live stream. Let's go ahead and see who we have here. So by the way, guys, I did post a video just prior to this live stream on Bitcoin. So we won't be covering Bitcoin in today's video. In today's live stream, not too much. We'll touch on what's going on. Price is moving in the direction that we did discuss in the live stream, so that's good to see. Sorry, in the video prior to the live stream. But I really recommend you guys watching that video, so go ahead and find it in the channel contents. Man, this music's a tad bit loud for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust that really quick. Apologies, guys. It's loud on my end. I'm not sure if it's loud for you guys, but I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust it either way. Perhaps even change the tune a little bit. There we go. All right, there we go. So much better. Jeez, that was loud. All right, cool. So yeah, I did post a video on Bitcoin where we discussed a couple of concepts on essentially what to look for really and how to trade a potential rally, right? Whether it be sorry, it's not a rally, a relief rally, specifically a relief rally. A lot of people have been talking about Bitcoin's relief rally, but I don't think everyone understands really what it entails and how to trade it, right? Because again, in the video we discuss how there are always two sides to a trade, and you need to be thinking about every potential outcome and protect yourself on those situations. So yeah, in this particular live stream, today's live stream, we'll be focusing on Cardano because on Monday's live stream we did discuss Bitcoin, and we're seeing a lot of it unfold actually. Let's go ahead and take a quick look over here. This is Bitcoin on the daily, and we're looking at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, right over here actually. Let me just clear that out for a bit. We talked about during the video, we discussed how there was a potential for this ascending triangle structure to form, right? I think in the video we were sitting around here, right? And now we've seen this play out. So again, it's happening. We don't know though, right? We don't know if this is going to break towards the upside or towards the downside. Through the video, right, we started the 4-day and we drill down to the 4-day, the daily, and the 4-hour. We discussed how we're seeing various signs, and now we're going to see cascading effects of all of this unfold in the next few 4-hour candles leading into tomorrow's daily close, and then the daily candles leading into the 4-day candle close. So you're seeing how the multi-time frame analysis allows you to still stick to the higher time frame trades. Okay, cool. So going back to Cardano, because that is my focus for today. Cardano USD and Cardano Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at both of them. All right. So before we start though, let me go ahead and look at the live chat really quickly. We have Mark in here, we have Julian, we have Old Man, my favorites, and Florian is joining us in here as well. It's been a while. Florian, how are you? We have DJ82 in here as well. How's it going, man? How's it going? Sherwin, how are you, buddy? How are you? You need to change your profile pic, man, to a seedling profile pic, or just like any profile pic so I don't miss you. I almost missed you over there. Freddy Triggers in here, first time watching. Welcome to the Mango community, buddy. Anand Jayan is in here. He says hi right back at you, and then he goes on to say Insta ID please. We don't really have well, I do have Instagram. I don't use Instagram, but you're probably in here because you caught a few of Krisha's videos and you're trying to hunt down Krisha's Instagram ID, which I'm not going to help you with. Oh no, he's like, bro, Insta ID please. I don't use Instagram, man, so it's pointless having my Instagram. I haven't posted on Instagram in maybe 5 months, I think. 4 months? 7 months. The last time I posted on Instagram was Christmas. Ollie's in here too. How's it going, Ollie? How are you, buddy? How are you? And Mohammad Mudassar, I think I pronounced that right. Says good morning, Sean. Good morning, right back at you. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and start with Cardano on the USD pairing. Glad to have all of you in here with me. There's hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There's around 50 of you in here in today's stream. In these kind of real trading zones, you do see the viewers drop, and it's to be expected. Happens every time. So yeah, but hit the like, it does help either way. We are seeing Cardano put in a bullish consolidation. There's no denying it, right? We have a higher low. We have 3 higher lows actually. We have low, 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 and they're higher lows, right? compared to each other. So that is a bullish consolidation along a very flat structure, which the mango dynamic nailed to the T. So you guys could have simply been playing this support and resistance, right over there and right over there. And now the question is, do the bulls manage to finally break past this resistance zone over here? In which case I'd be looking for at least a minimum move to around $2.40. The resistance zone is coming in at around $1.87ish. I wonder if the measured move also lines up with that, though. I think this may actually lead to a potential break of the high. Yeah, this is actually pointing to new highs, so be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, it depends. If you're looking only at candle closes and you take this as a W structure that's going to break up over here, I'd be looking at this guy over here, right? This structure, the Adam of the Eve, and that actually lines up a lot more. So so you would be looking at the candle closes over here and be looking at this as an Adam and Eve W-like formation if this does break towards the upside. But there's a potential of this getting rejected, coming in to put in another high low, which by the way lines up with this support zone over here, and then breaking towards the upside. However, another potential outcome is us finding support over here. Now, I've been talking about this. We already found support over there, and I've been talking about this region for a while now, right? While everybody else was simply dismissing it as a zone, that was an area to actually have trades of $1.64 to $1.62, right? That was support. We came down and tested, confirming it as support. You see the buyback over there, and now coming in to test the resistance again. So now, again, you have your range trades between $1.62 and $1.82. This is where traders actually really prosper, right? They know how to trade these environments without getting either too bullish or too bearish. Either way though, right? Even if you're long-term bullish on Cardano, there was trade opportunities over here, regardless, to accumulate a position. Either sell at the resistance and then rebuy at the support, sell at the resistance, rebuy the support. You get to build your stash if you are bullish on Cardano long term and you want to build that stash. So that's Cardano USD on the daily time frame. I do want to look at the Bitcoin time frame on the Bitcoin pairing, but remember guys, on the Bitcoin pairing, we are looking at the 2-day time frame, right? Specifically the 2-day time frame. And we can turn on the dynamic over here as well. And essentially the dynamic on the 2-day time frame has simply told you stay long this entire time. It gave you like this is the new version of the dynamic, by the way guys, which has a new feature that indicates tempo. Now this is I wouldn't say experimental because I have been trading it, but I would advise a little bit of caution and backtesting while using it, and I do want to improve it over the months and years to come as well. So yeah, just keep an eye out and let me know what you guys think of it while you guys use it. So yeah, it did switch back to white over here. Tempo indicating tempo is bullish again, and we had a move towards the upside. A little bit of a stutter over here, flipping back over here, and then keeping you in the trade, right? Green. So essentially, the easiest trade on this is tempo being white and price being white and the mango dynamic also being green, right? That's the best way to look at it, and it stayed that way this entire time. So that's on the 2-day, but on the daily, it's a little bit more nuanced, where you can see that it got you out over here, kept you out of this entire consolidation range, and now is getting you back into the trade, back above around 4,500 Satoshi. So keep in mind, guys, the lower time frame you go, the more trade opportunities you're going to have, where you're in out, and you're hoping that over the long term you outperform the higher time frame trades, right? It also something people don't talk about is that when you're playing the low time frame, now again, lower compared to what, right? Relative to the weekly, relative to the daily. So relative to the daily, the low time frame would be the 4. Relative to the weekly, the low time frame would be the daily, etc. So now, if I'm saying, let's say I'm playing the low time frame relative to the 2-day, because again, I recommend the 2-day time frame on Cardano. It's been smooth and clean. In fact, I recommend the weekly if you guys have a full-time job, have a family, don't want to be like, don't want to be getting yourselves kicked out of a position only to come back thinking that you're going to buy back lower, only to find that, hey, like, let's say you guys are trading Cardano on the weekly, you guys have a yearly target, right? By end of year, Cardano is going to be $10, right? And you guys try to get too cute when you guys have a family to take care of, you guys have a full-time job, and you lose your position somewhere around here, thinking you guys get to buy back, right? And it goes up higher, right? And then you buy back here because you can't take the emotion anymore, and then price dumps on you, right? And then what happens? You sell somewhere around here thinking you buy back lower, and then what happens? Price rallies, right? You don't want to deal with that when you guys don't have the time to actually because look how fast things happen. That rally on Cardano happened fast. So if you guys have a full-time job, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, trade the stress-free way, and stick to the higher time frames. Now, on the 2-day, it pretty much stayed in the trade this entire period. The weekly, you literally have caught the entire rally, right, on the mango dynamic. Right over here was the first time you would have been getting in or being interested in the trade, flipped from blue to green, and stayed in the trade this entire time. If you wanted to get a little bit more optimal with the tempo, tempo flipped white only in this zone over here, so you would have stayed out of this consolidation period. Okay, now this is where we can talk about capital efficiency, and this is where the low time frames come into play as well. That was the initial topic of discussion, and I derailed. Jesus. But you have essentially stayed out of this zone over here, right? Tempo is indicating that we lost tempo while the trend was still bullish. Yes, the trend was still bullish. Now you got to ask yourself, do I want to stay in this trade? Do I want to maintain position? Or do I want to allocate my capital elsewhere? If you guys do remember, we were... if you guys have been following Mango throughout this entire period, right, you guys know how we were trading on Ether BTC and Cardano BTC during this rally where we got out over here. And again, it really depends on your trading personality, your lifestyle, etc. What I was doing actually, I was actually accumulating during this position over here, right, my Cardano position. Now you guys could have been momentum traders and decided, you know what, I want to get in with the tempo, right, and only get in over there. But what did I do? I was accumulating during this zone over here, and then I started adding aggressively as tempo went in my favor, right? Because that's how I like to trade. I like to buy as prices go higher. Do I always get it right? No. By the nature of how I'm trading, I can't always get it right? Because I'm trend trading, and as price goes higher and higher, I'm willing to buy higher and higher. Eventually, a trend trader will get it wrong because prices reverse, and he will never, ever be able to be in the trend, right? Be part of the trend, and also be a short seller at the top of the market, right? It's just paradoxical. It can't happen, right? So at one point, a trend trader is going to be catching, is going to be part of the trade while prices begin to reverse, unless he mixes in lower time frame analysis, blah blah. But again, you're risking price moving away without you. Okay, do you guys understand so far what we're talking about? Essentially, Cardano is looking freaking great, right? Weekly, Cardano Bitcoin is pretty much testing its highs, candle close highs. This is looking like a freaking bull flag. This is ridiculous. this is making me really wonder about a couple of things, my outlook on the markets. But again, I want to see a few things play out. So Cardano Bitcoin looking great on the weekly. Again, let's go ahead and look at the 2-day over here, looking freaking fantastic, especially starts closing 2-day candles above 5,000 Satoshi-ish. Holy, this is going completely outperforming Bitcoin over the past few days, past few weeks, actually months, actually this entire year actually. So great stuff by Cardano over here. I'm pretty sure the Cardano bulls are ecstatic. Let me go ahead and here. Let's take a few questions. Krisha's here. How's it going, Krisha? How's it going? Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. Hit the likes, hit the subscribe, and by the way, again, for all of you who are just joining the live stream, I did do a video on Bitcoin prior to the live stream. It was more of an educational video, so you guys will definitely, especially if you guys are interested in learning, right, that is a video for you. We break down concepts regarding relief rallies and how to use multi-time frames to your advantage. We also discuss a potential strong bullish divergence on Bitcoin. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at Cardano's oscillators over here. Cardano's oscillators are, Jesus, 2-day stochastics crossing bullish over here. Did we have no bullish divergence over here? I thought this looked like a double bottom, but it's not. It's still looking really healthy though, right? It never really looked bad. Let's look at the daily. Let's see what we're seeing over there. Again, never looked bad. Looking great. What's the read on this over here? 53, 55. Okay, yeah, and there's nothing over there either, but looking good. Wow, stochastics bullish. This is Cardano Bitcoin though, right? We can go ahead and take a look at Cardano USD. That would be again, man, this is looking great. Krisha, have you taken a look at this? I'm really like 2-day stochastics crossing bullish. Hasn't confirmed just yet. Will be confirming in around a day and 16 hours. So keep an eye out for this. This is again Cardano leading the way, man, for the crypto markets. Now, I'm seeing Bitcoin take a leg up over here, and again lining up with what we discussed in the video prior to this. So if you guys did miss that video, add it to your queue list, to your watch list for right after the stream. I'm not going to be spending too much time on the stream, hopefully. Yeah, thank you for the subscribes, guys. I see it coming in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, helps Mango a lot. So yeah, what else do we want to discuss? Again, I'm seeing ascending triangle over here on the USD pairing as well. And again, we did this, right? We did this already. The measured move is pointing. Ascending triangle, Adam and Eve, whatever, man, doesn't matter. Call it what you will. The terminology doesn't matter. The measured move is pointing to around $2.40 on the candle closing measured move, and around $2.80 for new highs if you do take the wicks, which let's see how this plays out. Either way, I can close above $1.78. I'll be looking for that move to around 240, which is freaking crazy. But that does line up with what we're seeing on Bitcoin too, right? We can go ahead and talk about this over here, guys. On the daily, Bitcoin looking freaking really interesting over here, right? Bullish divergence. Let me just go ahead and double check on that. Yeah, that's triple bullish divergence, not triggered just yet, but we talked about how things are lining up with the 4-day stochastics pretty much bottoming over here, about to cross bullish. And I showed this to you guys on the previous live stream as well, where each time in the past 3 or 4 times at least, 4-day stochastics have come down this low. We have seen rallies of this, right? Now we are seeing more. But I did say, is that enough to trade? No, it's not enough to trade off it, right? But now we're seeing more signs on the daily. For example, bullish divergence, stochastic swinging upwards, beginning to look more like accumulation than distribution, which it looked like prior to this. On the 4-hour too, we are beginning to see signs of a potential ascending triangle forming right over here. Go ahead and adjust that. Sorry guys, I'm doing this with one hand. Alright, cool. Yeah, so something like this. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, but we also, okay, so remember, again, watch the video we did prior to this one this morning, but essentially we talked about how this ascending triangle could potentially break towards the upside and then give us what we're looking for, which is really an ascending triangle on the daily time frame. In fact, you know what, let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So we start with the 4-day. We discussed that already, right? It's like, hey, the 4-day looking like it wants to have at least a small mini bounce, right? So are we seeing any more signs of that? Let's drill down to the daily. All right, the daily, this looked really bad. Like, in fact, you could make a strong argument that it still looks bad, right? This is your typical bear flag, guys, right? This is what a bear flag freaking looks like. Okay? It's so typical that it makes you want to question it. Your classic bear flag, where it could break down and this could get really freaking ugly. Where would this point down to, actually? Let's go ahead and... Jesus Christ, no! This would point all the way down to 8,000. So, hey, let's see. But on the flip side of that, again, I wouldn't take that too seriously, guys. On the flip side, let's not be so crass and crude with our analysis, right? Let's not be so amateur with it. Let's look for the actual clues, the overall holistic picture. And what are we seeing over here? We're not seeing any continuation from the bears. They should have broken this down by now. Instead, what we're seeing is high lows on a wick basis, right? On the daily time frame. And now that is evidence and indication of things maybe turning around. Now, how do we turn this bearish formation into, let's say we didn't have these candles, okay, these candles over here. Let's say these candles did not exist. This looked really bearish, all right? This looked really bearish up until this point. So the bears were looking for that continuation. We did not see that though, right? So now it's on the bulls to perhaps turn this picture around into accumulation. From distribution to accumulation, right? So what would we be looking for this to turn into? Well, now you want to see an ascending triangle form somewhere around here. It's got a PM. notification rather. Anyways, you want to see an ascending triangle form within this structure over here, right? Okay, cool. So that's your daily. Drill down on the 4 hour. We already pointed out how there is a potential ascending triangle forming over here, and you're seeing it all line up now. Now if you go ahead and take a measured move quickly, seeing how that lines up. If we break this ascending triangle on the 4 hour time frame, if we break this towards the upside, that lines up perfectly with this structure right over here on the daily. So we're going to end up having this, right? Perfectly. Now here's where it gets really interesting, because we talked about how on the 4-day, the entire point of today's video on Bitcoin was how the bears may want to be selling this retest of the structure over here, right? The bears may either be wanting to sell that structure or this structure. This entire zone essentially will be a point of interest for them. Where it gets really interesting is that this daily structure, guys, actually points to this zone over here, right? If you do the measure move from here to here, right, from this structure to the break of the structure, you're going to see that points to around 50,000, which is why the thumbnail for today's video was 50,000. So again, it's all potential trades unfolding within our before our eyes. So you guys understand everything? Do you guys understand everything? Alright, I'm gonna go on over to the live chat and see if we have any questions, because I'm pretty sure some of you may have questions. I can find my too many windows today. All right, let's see who we have here. We have Hashir Ali. What about BNB? Perhaps Kusha will do a video on BNB today. Andrew Mills says, I'm shocked how low the likes are here, to be honest. Great channel. Hey man, appreciate the love. And yeah, Mango doesn't get too many we don't get too much attention, mostly because we don't really have that sensational content, right, where we talk about Bitcoin going to $1 million, Bitcoin going to $0, etc, etc. We call it like it is. People don't like to hear the truth though. They want to hear what they want to hear. Kusha says hit the likes. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon, etc, etc. All right, I'm scrolling through the chat right now. Just came back from watching that video, says C. Ronaldo. I hope I pronounced your name right. He says, it was amazing. I'm glad you liked it, man. If you guys did like that video, please go ahead and leave a comment underneath that video. Leave a comment underneath this video too. But we did get our monthly analytics report from YouTube, and it was our engagement was not the best according to YouTube. And I think that's probably why YouTube does not want to push our content out to people, because people aren't engaging, and the few people who do engage with the videos are bots. So now I'm kind of seeing now why people say people have the constant hey, engage with the videos, because YouTube punishes you if you don't get engagement, right? Potato Wedge says, I'd be interested in the futures and options series too. Did somebody ask for that? Have you done technical analysis, or is this part of it? What are you talking about, Freddy? Wait, I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Oh, Anand Jayan asks over here, can you do a series on futures and options? I have done so I've done a couple of videos on like just like I would call them education content on EMAs versus SMAs, just to kind of gauge how the audience would like, you know, receive those videos. And it didn't get a lot of views, did not get a lot of likes or anything, right? So again, it's just we put a lot of effort into that, and it just ends up being useless. So again, and on that note, guys, I can't really do a series on. I could do like an introduction series on options. And if you guys are looking for something specific in regards to Binance, I think Kusha's done a video on Binance, how to margin trade. No, she hasn't done it on futures trading on Binance, right? She's done it on the margin trading options, features of Binance, which I think are garbage. But I could do one on options, but again, like. By the way, it's these kind of market conditions where options trading is really, really powerful, right? So let's say right over here, there are two ways you could trade this, right? Like the thing about options is that you don't need it. What people don't understand about options is what people do is they'll buy calls or they'll buy puts, right? That's all they do, right? They think that that's all. That's just gambling and trading. As an options trader, for the most part, when I'm trading options, I'm selling options more often than not. But in this kind of scenario, for example, right, options does give you the you can put on very complex trades to express your opinion and express the trade you want to take. When you want to put on a certain type of trade and you don't want to wait for the market to like give you that trade, options will allow you to take that trade, right? So let's say over here, right, I don't want to express a directional trade. I want to express a trade based on volatility. I want to express a trade saying, hey, you know what, I think Bitcoin is going to break over here. Okay, it's either going to break towards the upside or it's going to break towards the downside, right? I don't need to put on a direction using options. I can literally trade either of those. I can put on a trade that says, hey, as long as Bitcoin breaks in one of those directions, I'm going to make money, right? And that's really powerful stuff, right? On the flip side though, if Bitcoin simply goes sideways, right, I will lose money. So that's and that's another thing that we can talk about today. People think that markets can only capitulate by either dumping really hard or like shorts capitulating by pumping really hard, but that's not true. We can capitulate by the market simply going sideways forever, right? And because those trades that, let's say I'm putting on a trade where I'm expecting Bitcoin to either break towards the upside or break towards the downside, during that time where it's not doing that, I'm freaking losing money. I'm losing money. Each one of those expirations, and I roll the trade to the next expiration. I'm going to be constantly losing money until I just capitulate on it, and then Bitcoin will finally freaking break, right? So you can express those trades, and you can do the opposite too, by the way. You can say, I think Bitcoin is doing nothing. I think Bitcoin is just going to go sideways. And I can make money on Bitcoin just going sideways, while somebody else is taking the opposite side of the trade and hoping for Bitcoin to break. Typically though, the strategy that I've made a lot of money from over the long term on Bitcoin is that whenever implied volatility increase, so essentially when IV increases, right, I want to be a seller of options. I don't want to be a buyer. And then I do buy, I will take advantage of those buys when, wait, hold up, waiting for Bitcoin odds. Okay, no, I just want to make sure I'm not going on a freaking rant over here that on something that you guys are not interested on. Anyways, yeah, but when volatility does decrease, at that point I'm more willing to be a buyer rather than be a seller. I'm not willing. How about this? I'm not that keen on being a seller at that point. I just went on a rant over there. I hope you guys found that rant useful. But yeah, for today's video, really, today's stream, hey, Bitcoin doing it, right? Let's see though. We want to see continuation. Mark M is in here. How's it going, bud? I think we're talking in the Grove. You're the same Mark M, right? I'm pretty sure, 99% sure you're the same Mark M. He says, hey Sean, I'm sure lots of people trading, waiting, watching BTC and all, following BTC surely will be better off after watching your last quick video. Hey man, really appreciate those kind words. I'm glad that you guys are finding the educational content educational, right, as opposed to just sensational content. So again, if you do feel that way, please go ahead and leave a comment down underneath the video and do like it, share it with your friends too. It helps Mango, way more than you think. And yeah. It also helps us stay motivated to keep doing that kind of content, right? Because the worst thing for content creators to put in all that effort and then it just like fizzles out, where no one really cares about it, and then people don't, again, like we're talking about this in Seed, where it's a feedback loop, right? Where people express their engagement, then YouTube sees that that engagement is that people are enjoying the video, and they show to other people, and then they express their engagement, and then Kusha and I see that, hey, people are enjoying this kind of content, and we feel more motivated to do it, right? By the way, guys, is the music too loud, or is it fine, or is it too soft? Nick Bopit says the best trading videos on YouTube without a doubt. Hey man, again, thank you so much. Not sure if it matters what currency I tip in, but y'all are great. Thomas Anderson. I think YouTube would convert it either way to our currency, but our base currency is Canadian dollars. So I think as long as it's USD or CAD, YouTube doesn't care. I'm not sure really how it works. But hey, appreciate that, bud. Appreciate the super chat. Let's see. How much Cardano are you holding? I don't have. Usually I don't answer those questions, but since I have 0 right now, I can answer that question. I don't have Cardano right now, man. Yeah. We did trade Cardano. We were aggressively trading Cardano. Now I'm looking at Cardano again. So I may end up missing this rally, unfortunately, and that's going to be sucky. But yeah. You guys are going to have to enjoy this trade without me. What's up with Matic? When will it pump? Says Ayang. Hey, I've been talking about Matic over the past few live streams, right? There you go, man. Like, I was worried about this, right? So you see this pump over here. So people are talking about a dead cat bounce on Bitcoin, and that was really premature to be talking about a dead cat bounce on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin did not even have a dead cat bounce. This was a dead cat bounce right over here, in my opinion. When we came up here to test this region over here, I was a bit concerned, and usually when you have something like this, what tends to typically happen is that the weekly ends up drawing in the liquidity, and this has happened to me on Bitcoin a lot, and other assets as well. I've been a victim to this, right? So when I talk about these things, it's more so because I've been a victim to these kind of things, where, for example, you see this bounce over here, you get really bullish, but then you don't see any follow through. Instead, it ends up being distribution, or you put in a high low and then come in, right? And we were talking about this in Seed earlier today. I'm not sure whether, okay, let me go ahead and look at the weekly. You see this over here, you see this over here, you see this is exactly what I'm talking about. You see, look at the weekly close. The weekly close was actually really good, okay? As long as we closed above $1.73, it's really good. But the daily over here is really suspect, right? The daily looks, could this just roll over here? I don't think it will. The weekly, great close. $1.71, as long as the daily holds these levels over here at around $1.71, I'll be looking for Matic to pull through over here. But what's then? Let's see. Music's a bit too soft, eh? Hey Lindica, how's it going? BNB. Ooh. Again, same structure over here, but this is looking a bit interesting, eh? I feel like there's an ascending a symmetrical triangle that's breaking up over here on the lower time frames. Nah, not really. I mean, could make an argument for it. $554. That's a pretty good move. 50%. Keep an eye out for that. Winnipeg here, eh? Nice. Cold. What's the weather like there right now? Sunny California, says Joe Mama. I've never been to California. I need to visit sometime, but I'm not. People are fleeing California, eh? Thanks for the honest views. Yeah, man. That's all I can do, really. Give you guys honest thoughts. My igloo is melting. Oh, it's getting warm, eh? I spent like a decade in Ottawa, man. And it got cold in the winters. Like, really, really cold. I couldn't take it anymore. Like, sometimes minus freaking 42. It's just too much. But then the summers would like just win my heart all over again, and I'd be like, you know what, it's not so bad over here. And then the cycle would repeat year after year after year, where I was just miserable in the winters and so happy in the summers. Because Ottawa is really special, man. Ottawa is such a gorgeous and special city where the people are super nice, people are super classy, not like Toronto. No hate to all of you guys from Toronto, but I lived in Toronto. Christian's from Toronto, and not a fan as much, because I don't know, I'm just a more outdoorsy person. Ottawa has that, right? Gatineau was literally 15 minutes away. Justin Trudeau lived right like 10 minutes away from me. Gorgeous place. So, can I income the site? What do you mean? Please say, can I income the site? What do you mean? No, you cannot income the site. Now from Holland, mate. Cheers and to the big gains. Hey, love right back at you, man, and hope you have big gains too, bud. The big gains have already come, right? It's now waiting for the next big gains. Alright, so in the meantime, let's go and take a look at some. Let's just like go through charts together, guys. Oof, what do you guys think? This is gonna break down or break up? Ugh. The Fed can't let this happen, man. I don't know what the Fed's up to. This is not looking good though. This has to break down. Let's go. Nasdaq's going to take such a big hit if we see the 10 years start pumping, 10-year yields specifically. Do you guys know what I've been looking at? I should do a separate video on this, but this has been looking really interesting, guys. Really interesting. Bull flag, sorry, falling channel turning into a bull flag perhaps on the daily. Right, again, this is really cross, but you guys see this. Sorry, am I talking with my hand to my mouth? Can you guys even hear me? So, are you looking to short GDX, Joe Mama? Is that what you mean? I don't know, man. Like, I'm a Bitcoin bull. It doesn't mean you go short on this. This is looking strong right over here, because regardless of whether you love Bitcoin or not, it doesn't mean you need to go short its competitor. I would not short this. I'd rather break down underneath 37, 35-ish first and then look for it. But over here, it could rally a little bit more to 43, man. This could definitely come test this zone over here. And how's gold looking? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, pretty good cannon close over there. Do you guys remember the support and resistance zone we marked out like freaking last year? Yeah, what is this? June. Yeah, this was last year. This was like a yearly rounded retest of this massive support zone over here, guys. This was Jesus. Hey Avi, how's it going, buddy? Tan Swan says BTC bulls look very strong at the moment, but the sharp spike feels like it could be trying to hold up. Just got all tabbed. Yes, apologies. The sharp spike feels like it could be trying to trick people into becoming bulls before it reverses and then counter reverse back up again. So Tan, I'm not sure whether you did watch the Bitcoin video I posted this morning, right? So you do have context. Yeah, could be. I don't really see the sharp spike that you're I don't see a sharp spike yet though, right? Unless you're talking about the 4R, and that's not a sharp spike, man. In the 4R doesn't have a sharp spike. There's nothing. Like, if it does break the structure over here above 41,000, this is likely going to make its way up to like 49, 47, 50-ish. And then I think the bulls need to be a little bit more safe, right? Over here, there's a really easy way to manage your trade if you're a bull. Okay, if you want to be trading this over here as a bull, this is a really easy way to manage. Wrong, right? You have 3 exits. You can put your exit somewhere around underneath these wick lows over here. Your exit underneath that wick, these candle closes, in fact. Close underneath this support zone over here. You just exit your trade. You take the loss and move on, right? So there's nothing to be concerned about. Being wrong over here is completely fine. We do have 4-day support on the Mango dynamic as well, right? And again, we talked about a lot, right? We do have resistance overhead as well, so again, be interesting. It's a battle at the moment. It's a battle. This is a game bro or income site. What are you talking about, Wicketon Gamer? I'm really confused, man. Preston Monaghan says, I don't know why it's doing that unless it's news from China and the long time it takes for transactions to clear. You're talking about Bitcoin. Appears everything will break down. Oh, no, don't worry about the FUD, man. Don't worry about the FUD. Bitcoin is a very, very technical chart. Everything's really comes down to supply and demand. Tonton says he's from France. Anand J says he's from India. How's it going, guys? How's it going? I think someone said that they're from Bangkok. I'm gonna read that out. Is anyone in here from St. Lucia or St. Kitts? Or if anyone is, let me know. All right. Guys, this looks like oh man, all coins aren't done, guys. All coins aren't done. Yeah, Cardano's looking bullish, guys. To me, we did look at Cardano already, but look, it's been the strongest of the bunch for more than a few days now. We've been talking about this one, especially Cardano Bitcoin. So on the USD pairing, by the way, on the USD pairing, I do want to point out to all of you that we do have resistance right overhead. You know what we've not done today? Is we've not looked at the dashboard. So let's go ahead and switch to the dashboard real quick. Right over here, you can see that the daily on Bitcoin is neutral. Ethereum is also neutral, of course. That's Cardano. RBDC switched long 9 hours ago. Out of USD, still neutral, and again we're up against resistance on our charts too, right over here. You guys can see it. You guys can right. Let me just go ahead and boom, right over there. Okay. So the 12-hour switch long on out of USD 21 hours ago. You're up 4% on the 12-hour time frame. But remember, now you use your multi-time frame analysis. Dailies long, dailies against resistance on our charts. We saw that 12-hour is long, and it's giving you a good return around 5%, 4% ish. Now you got to ask yourself, how do you want to trade this? 4-hour is also long, switched a little bit earlier. You guys are seeing, right? The lower time frames will give you more signals, earlier signals, but at the cost of maybe being wrong more often, but also being right more often, right? You get more opportunities, more trades, especially as a trend trader. You don't care so much about only being profitable majority of the time. You care about being profitable enough times where each win has enough of a magnitude to be to pay for your losses and way more right after that. That's why I prefer trend trading. But anyways, 4-hour up around 7%, 12-hour up around 4%, daily still neutral, 2 days still neutral. So high time frames are still neutral, waiting for those to switch around. But they have switched out of being short, right? They have switched out of being short, which they were around 5 days ago. So yeah, so recently they switched neutral. Okay, so let's go and check Bitcoin. Let's see USD doing. Daily is long now on the 4-hour, 12-hour neutral, and daily should be neutral. Nice. Sorry, Bitcoin's long on the 4-hour, 12 hours neutral, daily is neutral. And what about the 2-day? 2-day still short. Okay. So if you guys remember, this was giving you a return for around 45% when it did initially call the 2-day reversal short over here. Now your returns have been eaten into, right? So again, if you had used the lower time frames, again, multi-time frame analysis, perhaps those returns would have kept more of those gains. Hey Tiago, how's it going, buddy? He says, I'm Tiago Silva. I bought my first cryptos yesterday. I got 27 ADA coins. Was it a good buy then? I don't know, man. Really depends on your trading strategy, right? Depends on how long your time horizon. So much. Can't really answer that. Could have been great, could have been bad. Need more information. Dot seems to be in a similar place as ADA. We'll take a look at Dot soon. Where do you guys see long short time frames? Where do you see this long short time frames? What do you mean, man? Oh, you're from Victoria, eh? As the bull. So for Cardano, is it a good time to invest now, or should I wait for a better buy in angle? What do you mean by angle? Not sure what you mean, man. But what I can tell you is that you do not want to be buying up against resistance. You want to be buying at support. There was a great opportunity to buy if you were a Cardano fan or bull, long-term bull. at around this region. Anywhere around $1 to $1.20, in my opinion, was a good region to be a buy of Cardano. But at the same time, if you are super long term, I don't know, I still wouldn't. It's not about buying at a better price. So what does better mean, right? Again, what does better mean to you? You might think better price is buying lower, right? It could be a good price to buy lower, but it could also be a better price to buy higher. In my opinion, at this point, at this juncture, it's better to buy higher, above $1.81, or you want to be angling for a higher low somewhere around $1.44. You don't want it coming and breaking down $1.45-ish. Once it breaks down there, even though it's a lower price, it's not a better price, because now the trend is broken, and this is going to end up looking like a bear flag breaking down, and you're likely going to come down to $1 at that point. It's about going with the momentum, in my opinion. I'm a more conservative trader that way. I like being safe, so Gonzalo says the board that you showed us, it tells us if we're bullish, bearish, blah blah. That's available at app.mangoresearch.co, right? The link is underneath there. You can see the app.mangoresearch.co. So https://app.mangoresearch.co. There's no www in the front of it. Thoughts on Sol? Let's go ahead and take a look at Solana. Solana's one of the strong ones, man. This bull market. So you can see how we're looking at the 2-day right now. You can see how it broke past the trend, broke underneath the trend, came back to pretty much retest it right over there, and now it's it's pretty much trending down. So yeah, as long as it's underneath the Mango dynamic over here, not too keen, because you can see how it's beautifully stayed on the Mango dynamic trend, right? This entire time. So as soon as you lose that, you're out of the trade. You just get out of the trade and wait for it to retake that. It's really easy to trade these kind of things, not so much because the reason I tell you guys that I like trading beautiful patterns, I like trading assets that trend beautifully or pattern beautifully. Like, do you guys remember how you were trading Chainlink between 2018 2019 all the time? Why? Because it was beautiful at the time. It was trading beautifully. And Solana was one of those beautiful trends as well. Like, you just had to stay in the trade the entire time. But on the flip side, as soon as it stops doing that, you got to get out. You can't marry the trade and stay in it. If it starts doing it again, you get back into it. But it's broken the trend of being trendy, right? And now what's it doing over here? Well, we can make a case for accumulation, maybe, but against resistance right over here. You can see it coming and rejecting. Well, I'll be a lot more chop. Oh wow, it's even in its bearish form, it's beautiful. So really easy for the bears over here to add to the positions, but higher low. So I'll be a little bit careful. If I were a bear, of course. I'd be interested above 36. Breaks above here, it's likely gonna come here. Test this area here at 42. Breaks 42, likely gonna test 50. Breaks 50, likely gonna test 58. Make sense? Yeah, we've looked at BNB. You missed it, Garima. No, we've done BNB. Old man, you missed it too. What's going on, bud? Not paying attention? Not done an in-depth analysis, but we did look at it. Alright guys, I'm gonna be wrapping up now. Garima showed up right at the very end. Garima, if you did miss today's daily video on Bitcoin, I did do a video on Bitcoin that I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy, Garima, since you love the educational content. I think Kush has done a video on XRP, man. Mikkel Bugels, Did I pronounce your name right? I apologize. I'm not trying to make fun of your name. I'm just trying to pronounce it. But yeah, Mikhail, I think Kusha did do a video on XRP that will be beneficial to you. Yeah, man, that's, dude, Andrew, that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching fundamentals, because it doesn't bother me much anymore. Let me tell you guys my progression as a trader. I started off as a fundamental guy, right? The fundamentals mattered a lot to me, because hey, like, you know, the whole everyone who starts in the trading world, the market, trading the markets in general, investment world, right? You like to say, oh, I'm an investor, I'm not a trader, I'm an investor. You want to go down the Warren Buffett route, right? Because he's the legendary trader, the guy, the legendary investor who made billions, right? You want to be like Warren Buffett. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like. I'm seeing that there's around 200 of you over here, but only 84 likes. What's going on? Hit the like. Get it to 100 at the very least. But yeah, we all start off wanting to be like Warren Buffett, but times have changed to begin with, and you begin to realize that it's not as black and white as it seems like. Even with Warren Buffett's investment style, right? It's not as black and white as you think. So I started off with fundamental analysis, and you tend to think that you're doing it right because, hey, you have the edge, you know more than other people, especially me, because I have a background in computer science. I have a master's in computer science. I was going to do my PhD in blockchain technology, actually. And you know, you think you have an edge in the market, but again, you think all of that until you get wrecked. Technical analysis allows you to stay on the right side of the market. It's a risk management tool, right? Fundamental analysis has more room for error, especially when used without TA, in my opinion. Okay, because as a fundamental analysis analyst, how do you decide when you're wrong on your trade, especially in a market like crypto, where FA can be right for very, very, very long time, and no one know about your view on the asset? And two, it's really hard to quantify. Really hard to quantify your your read on the FA, right? These markets aren't as transparent as you'd like them to be. So I quickly realized how, you know, my FA wasn't helping me at all. I was actually getting hurt more than it was benefiting me. And then I started incorporating TA. And the more I incorporated TA, the better I started doing. But at the same time, I was incorporating TA. I hadn't eliminated FA completely out of my trading, right? Out of my investments. So I was incorporating a mixture of both. But then I realized that I was allowing my FA analysis to cloud my TA. Because had I just stuck with my TA, I would have kept more of my profits, and I would have exited the losing trades, right? I would have exited a lot earlier and essentially kept more of my profits. So then I started eliminating more and more of the FA by not. This is what I would tell myself, because if I looked at a project with FA, I realized that I would end up having a bias on that project, and I couldn't trade it optimally. I couldn't trade it without the emotion. I couldn't trade it without getting too biased on whether I want to hold on to the trade. I would make stupid decisions. Essentially, I'd make stupid decisions. So I started saying, you know what? I'm not going to look at this is what I started saying. I started saying, if I have a fundamental view on a asset, I would not trade it as much as I would trade another asset, right? And then I started realizing that the assets where I did not have a fundamental view on, I ended up doing way better on them in the long run, right? Or rather, my portfolio, I didn't start doing, okay, I don't want to say that. That's wrong. I don't want to say I started doing better on those assets in the long run. I started doing my trading, my portfolio, right? My portfolio started doing way better in the long run than if I had stuck with those assets. So I realized that my performance was better without the FA, right? And then I started really asking myself, wait, do I even need the FA on all of these other assets? Why do I need to have any FA on them if I don't plan on holding them for the rest of my life, right? So that's how I started eliminating FA out of my technical analysis over the long term, over a myriad of assets, and then eventually ended up being FA only on my core holdings that I really intend on holding for at least 5 to 10 years. Do you guys understand? I clicked it like 5,000 times. How much do I get? Says Insignium. Hey man, really appreciate it. Appreciate that, Insignium. Glad to see you in here. And Obina, good to see you in here, buddy. Good to see you in here. How are you, man? How are you? Alright guys, we're 1 hour 10 minutes into the stream. This was supposed to be a quick 30-minute stream today since I did the Bitcoin video, but I can never keep it short. Yeah, I can never keep it short. Let's see how things are going. Ooh, seeing some resistance over here. Is Bitcoin moving up? Bitcoin's moving up though, so thanks. Obina says he's doing good. Good to hear that. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm great, actually. Looking great. Alright, boys and girls, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did miss the video that we did prior to the stream, go ahead and watch it. I did do a analysis on Bitcoin, but you can pretty much apply that. It wasn't an analysis, it was actually, but it was also a explanation on concepts that you guys can apply to your other trading videos as well, to your other trading assets that you're trading. So yeah, educational content this morning. Go ahead and watch it. And I will see you guys on the next live stream, which is going to be on Friday around the same time. Make sure you guys join. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment down below. Until then, do the mango way, do the easy way, do the stress-free way, do the breezy way. Ciao. Oh, by the way, those of you who haven't joined the Discord yet, make sure you guys go ahead and join our Discord channel. It is open for now. We're not sure whether we're going to be keeping it open in the next bull run. So during this bear market phase, or rather this red phase, this consolidation phase, take advantage of the open invite to the Mango Discord at themangoway.com/discord. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Ciao.